Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to announce the 2022 Flag World Champion. And as you know, the final was between South Africa and Canada. So what happened here is that nothing could separate these two country flags. We had a vote. It was dead even, 50-50 after 250 votes. So then what I did was I instigated a penalty shootout, and that took place on the Flag Discord server. And as we can see here, nothing could separate them in the penalty shootout. They scored 15 each, so it's going to come down to a coin toss. So I have here in my hand a 1 cent US coin, and let me do a close up here. So this is heads. This is the head of Abraham Lincoln, and this here is tails. This is a depiction of the Lincoln Monument, I believe. Let's see if it'll focus in on that. There we go. But I'm not going to use that coin. Instead, I'm going to use this coin right here. This is a €1 coin. And here is the back of the coin. So this is an Irish euro coin. We can see the harp here. Now this harp was used with our former currency, which was the Irish pound or the punt. This harp design was at the back of all Irish coins, and this design was used when Ireland switched over to the euro. So on the back of all the Irish euro coins, it is the harp. And when I was growing up as a kid, we didn't have heads or tails because we didn't have the heads of people like US coins. So instead what we had was head or harp. So this side here would be considered the head, and this side here obviously would be the harp. So we're going to do head or harp instead of heads or tails. So for this toss of a coin to decide the world champion, I have decided to do South Africa as the head, and Canada is going to be the harp. So I'm going to step back here, give myself some space, toss the coin. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Flag World Champion is Canada. Canada is the world champion. The best flag defeated all the other flags. Worthy world champion. It was really tight in the final, but Canada, through a coin toss, is the world champion. So commiserations to South Africa and congratulations to Canada. So that's it. Canada is the world champion. So I'm going to add a few bits here. First of all, since I stopped the voting at 250 votes, we've had some more votes come in. And as we can see here, after 264 votes, Canada is actually ahead of South Africa now by 52% to 48%. So if I had let the original final run a few days longer, Canada would have won this outright. So looking at that, you'd have to say that Canada is the worthy winner of this. And interestingly, these two countries were in the same group. So when they played each other in the group game, we can see here that South Africa actually came out on top by 50% to 45% with just over 100 votes. But of course, this game was just in the group, so it doesn't count. So that's something interesting to note there. And also when we had the qualification for the World Cup, where all FIFA World Cup nations participated, Canada actually came out on top with an average score of 8.15. And South Africa came in 17th place with an average score of 7.08. So Canada came out on top here of all country flags. So when you look at this as well, you'd have to say Canada really did deserve this. Now South Africa did extremely well in the World Cup itself, beat Canada in the group stage, and then had some really big victories, got to the final, and officially it was 50-50. Canada just pulled out ahead there after I blew the final whistle, so to speak. The penalty shootout was dead even on the Discord server, 15 each, and it came down to a coin toss where Canada was harp, and harp it was. And it's obviously early to say this now, but I do plan to do this again in 2026, hopefully. Also returning to the qualification for the tournament, I will put up the database showing you where every country ended up in that. So you can see for yourself where every country finished in the qualification round. I just told you where Canada and South Africa ended up. So you'll be able to see how all the countries did. There was over 200 who entered. So look out for that within the next few days. So that's it for now, guys. Join me again in 2023. It's going to be a huge year. As you know, I've did a big face reveal recently. And so I'm going to be doing most of my videos from now on in front of the camera like I am right now. So have a happy new year, everybody. And until next time, see you all later.